Hello guys, this is a simple tutorial on how to hem your armhole perfectly and neatly with the fabric you are working with. If you don't want to use bias, most times you might be working on a cloth that we are not using lining, and you might want to turn in your armhole and you don't want to use bias. This is a tutorial for you on how to use this fabric you are working with to hem in perfectly and neatly. So kindly watch to the end. What you just need to do is to get the fabric and you cut it in a bias form. This simply means you cut it in a slant way, just as the way I'm using my hand as a demonstration to show you what I mean by slant form. This is just for tutorial purpose. So you can see I'm not using tape rule to measure. This is just a tutorial purpose. You are the one that know the measurement you want to use. I'm just using this to show you what I mean by cutting in a slant form. Firstly, rule your line in a slant way. So from that line you ruled, then you take your tape rule and measure the inches you want to use in aiming your armhole. Using this my leftover material from the cycle flare I cut to show you how I cut mine. When you cut in a bias form, there's this stretchy you get, unlike when it is in a straight form. Check out this video. Please pay attention. Check out. You can see when I drag my cloth, you can see how stretchy it is. By dragging it, you can see how stretchy it is. Even when this cloth is doubled, because it's doubled. Now let's check out the straight form. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see the difference? When you cut your fabric in a slant form and use it to turn your armhole or neckline, it will perfectly sit on the fabric you are working with. That is the effect of the bias form you cut. You cut the fabric in. It's a bias. We call it bias instead of slant. That slant is just for beginners that doesn't understand what we mean by bias. That is the effect you get when you cut your fabric in a bias form. Just measure the inches you will use after ruling your line in a slant way in case you are not using a leftover from a cycle flare or anything. If you want to use a straight fabric, just firstly take a ruler, roll a slant form, then from that ruling point measure the amount of the inches you want to use in turning. Don't forget, the highest is 1.5 is enough. If you don't want to make it too bogging, 1.5 is enough to turn it. Just